Today we're going to be talking about how do you pronounce his name? Gianluca Scamacca. Let's talk about Scamacca, right? Reports are coming out that Arsenal are interested in Scamacca yesterday. So my first question is, do you guys know about Scamacca? Who here knows about the guy? And if you do know about him, what do you know about him? And would you be interested in buying Scamacca? Now, right now, we are rumored that Arsenal are interested in buying the player, and we would be looking to get him for a rumored, what is it, 40, 60 million euros. So it seems like a reasonable price. We're linked to the player. He's doing well over there in Serie A. He scored 16 goals. But the issue with me is players don't leave the Serie A. These kind of players tend to not leave the Serie A, in my opinion. They tend to not leave the Serie A. And from the reports coming out of the Serie A, let me show you. It says that Scamacca, let me get it up on the screen. Reports saying Scamacca would be available for Scamacca has been cited of Mikel Arteta for the last couple of months. His contract in Sassuolo has been what is that? Frinked? I don't know what that means. Arsenal are willing to offer around 30 million. Sassuolo are asking for 50 million. Negotiations will enter in the hot phase the next couple of days. Then you have a report here saying Arsenal are serious about signing Gianluca Scamacca, but Sassuolo have rejected an offer of 40 million from Arsenal and are now asking around 50 million euros. So with the situation where rumors are coming out that we've rejected a deal, rumors coming out that this just might be a random transfer link, talk to me, guys, about Scamacca. Would you be interested in him? What do you know about the guy? And if you want, we can go through his goals and his goal tallies and everything else if you want to. Let me know.
For me, bro, I think he'd be a great signing. You know, like the thing about him that a lot of people do say is he gives you that Ibra vibe off of him just because of the fact that he's just very acrobatic, the way he strikes the ball and the way he just does all that. And to be honest, I feel like he'd be good. He'd be a great signing for us. My only thing is exactly what you're saying is the fact that players like him don't like to leave the Serie A. And the one thing that has me really iffy about this is the fact that he is literally he's twerking for Inter Milan right now, bro. Like he wants Inter Milan. That's the move he wants. But it's clear that Inter Milan want the Dybala deal done, but he's just holding off for that. And it's kind of giving me shades of the Vlahovic situation we had during January. And I don't want us to linger on this man for too long, you know. I would say get offer the 50 mil. If he says yes, bring him in. I'd be more than happy to have him. He'd be a great striker. He's tall. He's physical. He's really good. He's very, very technical. That's one thing about him that now I don't know if many people know, but he's actually really, really good on the ball. He knows how to get out of tight spaces. And the one thing that I love about him is whenever he's about to shoot the ball, bro, it's like he doesn't care if there's a player in front of him. He literally wraps his foot around the player just to be able to strike the ball, and he just gets so much power on it, bro. So if we could get it done, awesome. But my thoughts on the likelihood of it happening is 50-50 at this point right now, just because, again, like you said, bro, they don't like to leave the Serie A. They like to stay there. I can see him trying to push, like, continue pushing from the Inter. I can see him trying to push for a Juve move as well, too. But I don't know, man. Hopefully we could get him. I think he's a great player.
Not here for Skimim. I don't watch Syria, so I don't care. I don't know. Let me just give you guys a quick update before we go to Ahmed and AK. He scored 16 goals this season in the Syria. He has played almost every game for Sassuolo. So he's played 36 games, only missed 2 games this season on 2 games this whole entire season. By the way, Billy's back. Also, just so you guys know, he is a 23-year-old Italian. He was playing in the Italian setup. He's played 2 matches for the Italian qualifiers this season. He's born in 1990. Yo, Billy, I muted you. Don't worry. And then what else is there? People saying Ibra vibes. Please stop. You're talking about him a month ago. Don't act like you've been watching Sassuolo. To be fair, Will actually watches Serie A.
Yeah, my pops is a Juve fan as well as AC Milan really intrigued me this season, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of binged the whole Serie A this season a lot, especially yeah. He's
Yeah.
a great player. I'm telling you guys right now, he's a great player. Would it be
Do me a
nice?
favor, guys. Vote in the poll right now. Let me know if you'd be interested in buying Scamacca at Arsenal. It's currently 51% saying yes, 49% saying no. So Will, that's a yes for you, and you watch the Serie A. Let's go to
Yes,
Billy.
100%.
Let's go to Billy. Billy, what do you know about Scamacca, and you've watched him in the Serie A? What do you think about him?
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't focused much on him. I've watched a bit of it, so he does look solid. But I mean, I don't know, man. I just want a striker. Honestly, he seems like a tall profile. We give us something else. If we go for him and Jesus, I'll be happy. If we just go for him, won't be as happy. So.
We have 100 people in the chat right now. Do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button. It's absolutely free. Just before we continue, Azlan, let me show you what we have to see about the guy. By the way, if you don't know his age and his profile, he's just a straight center forward. He doesn't play in any other positions. He's 23 years old. His height is 1.95 meters. That's pretty tall. Am I wrong? He's
Yeah, I think
already
that's
been in
about 6'4" in height.
He's like
So
no, he's 6'5".
4. He played.
okay, so
He played
even
at
better.
Genoa. He played at Genoa. Got 8 goals last season. He played in Serie B. Got 9 goals. And his first season in the Serie A with Sassuolo, he scored 16 goals. They're saying he's really taken the league by storm this last season in the Serie A. And we can't just look at his goal tally. We need to know more about the guy. But of course, from the outside looking in, let me just see what this says here. This is his stats in the Premier League. In the Serie A. What the hell's going on?
Well,
These
his
are his stats.
attributes. Well,
These are his stats in his Serie A. In his first 11 appearances, he had 6 goals, shots per goal. He had 3.9 key passes, 0.9, and this was just the first 11 games of the Serie A. He took the Serie A by storm this season. So yeah, talk to me, Azan. What are you saying?
yeah, look, for me, I don't watch the Serie A week in, week out like that. So maybe like my opinion on the player isn't as concrete, but you know, I've done a bit of my YouTube scouting, and obviously, look, you know, we take these player comps with a pinch of salt, but from what I've seen of him, you know, for his height and you know his physical stature, he's very good on the ball, bro. Like his link up play is tidy, and you know, like he's definitely got an eye for goal. Like this guy, as soon as he's got the goal in his sights, he likes to shoot, and that's what we need. We need shooters within this team, and you know, to be linked with you know a tall striker, I think it will just bring out a different side to our game as well, where you know where we have like both sides of our flanks where we attack that byline and whipping balls into the box. I think being at the height that he is, he can definitely find the ball and just give us a different element to our game. But yeah, you know, for that price, I think anything under 50 million euros, which is what around 45 million pounds around the current exchange rate. Yeah, I think you know 35 to 45 million pounds. I think we should definitely be at the table discussions because I believe even though we need two strikers who are uh, bring different attributes, and he definitely ticks those boxes for me. So
I think the problem for me is, do you guys think we're going to get 2 strikers? Or do you think we're going to get a Gnabry or a Gakpo or somebody who's going to play on the left wing that can also play as a striker?
bro, for me, we need 2 strikers and a replacement for Pepe. If we can't get 2 strikers and
So you
a
want 3?
winger wide player, then if our number one choice is a Jesus, then we need a Gnabry and someone else.
One
Like
second.
2 wingers. So
Ted,
ultimately 3 attackers, either way.
yo, Billy, do you believe that we can get 2 strikers? Or have you come to the realization that we're only going to get 1 also?
Because we re-signed Eddie, and it seems like we're just going for